y'all. Chris Bone here for County Kitchen and Meat Off the Bone. Welcome back. I haven't done a video in like a week or two because I've been on vacation. So hello, I'm back. Yay! All right. Today I'm going to show you how to do something that actually I made earlier this afternoon, and it was like really easy, and everybody loved it. Like I was getting people coming up to me at my office door, like, how do I make this? How do I make this? I love this. I was like, I'll write it down. I mean, I wrote it down for them and showed them. Well, I got to thinking maybe I'll just do it again and just videotape it this time, and so you can do it at home, and whoever, some of them know my channel, and of course the county TV, you know who you are. Anyway, let's get started. What we're going to make today are going to be just regular oven baked pork chops, but I'm going to be the first to tell you, I've been all over YouTube looking over different types of recipes, different types of ways to oven bake pork chops, and I have yet to find one that matches mine. It comes close, but not quite so. How people like to do their pork chops is they'll put their seasoning and their marinades in their meat, and then they'll oven bake it in a pan. Okay, great. Some people like to put flour breading, like a crispy breading, like you can put stuffing breading. You put like crackers, panko, which I'm going to be using, but then they go and deep fry it, or they pan fry it on a pan and then stick it in the oven and finish it off. That's not oven baked pork chops. That's pan fried pork chops finished in the oven. Okay. What I want to show you is actual oven baked raw pork chops. That's going to take less than a half hour from well, it's going to cook about a half hour, but I'm saying it's going to be like 45 minutes from now until it's on your plate. It's so easy to do, and anyone can do it. Anyway, like, this is the only way I've ever really done it, but I've never seen anyone duplicate it. So I'm going to be the first to show you how to do it, and you don't even need any eggs. Everyone else wants eggs, for their binder. Well, guess what? We're not going to use them. I'm going to show you how I do it. All right. Pardon my hand. Right, here we go. Right now, we have our usual couple of pork chops. They're about maybe a ½ inch thick. Just a regular, easy, store-bought cut of pork chops. There's nothing special about them. I'm not even going to trim the fat off because I like the fat. All right. I'm going to use a little bit of panko. How much is up to you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to coat these in the panko, and I'm going to bake these in panko. You'll see. All right. I'm not using this much butter to doubt. I'm only going to use, for 2 of them, I'm probably going to use maybe a half a stick of butter. So I'll cut that off here pretty soon. And all these seasonings are totally up to you. This is to season your butter. Instead of seasoning these, I always season my butter, because when I season my butter, I'm going to flour the pork chops and dredge some flour, so the butter, the melted butter, will stick to the pork chop, and then the pork chop will go into the panko, and then it goes in the oven. I season my butter because the butter sticks to the to the pork chop. If I season my pork chop and I dip it in the butter, I lose all my seasoning. So here we go. First off, we're going to cut us some butter. Let's move these out the way. I said this is so easy, and really popular. Really popular. That's about, yeah, about like that. Just enough, not a lot, just enough to melt, and I'm just going to, coat them up. I am going to season. Put this butter to the side. What I have here is some smoked paprika. Not a lot. Some chopped garlic, if you want. Maybe what's that? Maybe a teaspoon or two teaspoons. Good old adobo. maybe about a teaspoon. Thyme, of course, another teaspoon. And some cayenne pepper. You can't go wrong with that. But again, you can put whatever seasoning you like on your pork chops. I'm just putting whatever I like on mine. Here we go. I hope the camera caught all that. It did not. I am upset. All right. Put some seasoning in. We're not even gonna need a minute. We'll probably need like 30 seconds. Watch. It's a really powerful microwave. I love this thing. What is it called? I have no idea. Oh, Panasonic. Well, whatever they're doing it right. Oh, I can smell the paprika already. 30 seconds. It's been... Yep. I think we're good. Now that is seasoned well. Take your flour, your dredged flour. I don't know how much you want to use, but just enough to coat the pork chops. Throw your pork chops in the bag. Close the bag up tightly, very tightly. You don't want any accidents. See, there's an accident. There we go. All right. And yes, I don't edit out my mistakes because I am human. So it's a YouTube channel, but you're gonna make mistakes, and I even make some, so you can see I'm not perfect. See, look at all that. Look at all that flour right there. Look. It's even in the seasoning. Oh wow. Okay. Now I want you to see, it's my usual conveyor line that everyone knows so well. By the way, here's a sheet pan with parchment paper on, just for the. It's hard for me to see what the camera sees. I want you to see it all. I don't want you to miss any of it. There we go. Okay. Guess you can see the majority of it. All right. Knock off the excess. You don't need any excess flour. Just it's totally coated, as you can see. Nice ghostly white. And take it, put it in the butter mixture. Get everything so slow. You see the flour, the flour helps the butter stick to it. Now straight to the panko. And what I like to do is I will press down on the meat beforehand. When I washed my my pork chop, I actually used a hammer and banged it out a little bit, but you don't have to. I always do. But you can give it a second little pressure bang here in the while it's in the panko. You want to get as much panko embedded into this pork chop as you possibly can. And I'll use my dry hand, use the camera, and I'll use my wet hand. Gently pick it up. You don't want to bang it, you want to keep the panko on it. And there you go. No egg needed. Zero. No egg. Let's do this again. Take it, shake it off while it's in the bag. Discard the bag. Still white. And that, my friends, is how you do it. All right. All right. Depending on your oven, you want to shoot for 350 degrees. All right. Some ovens you want to go for, like, especially altitude. Some ovens you want to go for 400 and something, like 350 to 420. In between those two temperatures, when you do the higher temperature, like the 420, you're going to get a crispier outside, but the inside's going to be a little bit less done, I think, depending on the cut of your pork chop. These I've done plenty of times. I know exactly what they're going to do. I know exactly how long they take to do, and I know, and they're going to be better than perfect, I can guarantee it. But on the average is going to be 350 degrees for about 25-30 minutes, give or take. You can check it. I've always checked mine whenever I smell them, but I always leave them in just to make sure the panko starts to brown up a little bit, so I get that really good crunch. So, for no further ado, let's open this up. All right. Cook, my darlings, cook. I will see you in 25 minutes. It is 2 o'clock. I'll see you about 2:30. All right, well, the time is now 2:30, right on the bat, and I can just start to smell the pork chops. Oh yeah, if you have a convection oven, you can turn the fan on. I turned the fan on like maybe like 5 minutes ago. But I didn't check the things. I just turned the fan on. I knew that little bit of moisture would be sucked out by the fan, so it'd be even that much more crunchy. But I left the fan off the entire time it cooked. All right, those are looking pretty good. Oh, would you look at those? Wow. Look at those. I'm not surprised. I see them like this all the time, but I just wanted to let you all see just how something like that. I want you to get a good look on when I cut into it. All right, let's do this. Okay. First, I'm going to cut it right into the middle, just to show you it is perfectly done, totally done, and the panko really does just stay on. I don't know if you can hear the crunch. Wow. I'm getting, first, the adobo. The adobo has a little bit of salt in it, so that's the flavor it's getting me first. Just a hint of the thyme, and a ghost of a hint of the cayenne pepper as like a lasting. Oh wow, really well done. I am not, however, getting any of the garlic. That's really well done. tender, still juicy. Still get the pork chop flavor. One thing that a lot of people add to their spices would be Worcestershire sauce, and I totally forgot. I would have liked to put that Worcestershire sauce to work in the butter, just to see how that would meld with the flavor. But even without it, it's fantastic. It is so good. This is really, really good. I'm really gonna polish this off. Well, there you have it. Perfect for lunch, dinner, maybe a little bit of gravy, maybe some corn or mashed potatoes on the side. You can't go wrong. A lot of people, like the kids, will put ketchup on that and eat it. However way you want to do it, it came out so good, so perfect. And that's how I make my pork chops in the oven with no egg, and they come out perfect. None of it. You got to worry about the grease in pan frying. You got to worry about the oil and deep frying. There's a little bit of butter, but the butter I used was just to flavor it and to keep the panko on. And as you can see, the panko stayed on quite nicely. Still crunchy. But that's the way I like to do my pork chops, and they come out really, really well. If you have any ideas or questions or comments, let me know down below. But thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. My name is Chris Bone. This is Meat Off the Bone and County Kitchen. You have a wonderful day. Thanks a lot.